Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Cindy and I make all kinds of beauty content. If that's the kind of thing that you like, then please subscribe and also hit the notification bell button so that you'll know when I upload. I'll probably do a few beauty videos a week because, depending on the type of video, it might take me a few days to film. Today, we're going to do a 3 looks with 1 palette, and I've been working on that for 3 days. I have not really got it compiled yet. This is the 3rd look and the 3rd day, and I'll get that edited and put in. And each of the looks will have, about a 5-minute clip. And I will have in the bottom a picture of the palette with an asterisk over the color that I used. I've not decided yet if I'm going to do a talk over or a music over on those. So you'll just have to be surprised with me. So please keep watching. Please give me a like. Please give me a subscribe. It means a lot to me. And I appreciate all my viewers. So we start off this look with the 7 gables at the outer portion of our eyes. I like just a blob that's kind of diagonal because I'm going to do a V out of that. Make it as dark as you like it. And then the next color is Dark Demons. That's a pretty shade of green. I'll put that in the center of the eye, close to the inner side of the eye. Just make sure you get that in good and pretty, good dark color. And then we use the color Witch Hunt. That's a shimmer, and it goes on top of the lid on the parts that we've already filled in with green. And then we move the lighter shade of green shimmer, which is Salem Willows, and I put that in the inner portion of the eye, so it'll be real pretty, and I'll blend it in. And then I take some more of the Dark Demons and I just sort of go into the crease area and get it blended in good on both eyes. And from there, we go back into the Salem Willows and darken all that up, make sure everything's good and we got as much pigment and shimmer as we want. And now we go back to the color of 7 Gables and we stamp our under eye and kind of form that V at the outer eye. Start forming that. Blend it into the outer eye that we already had that blob on. Get it as dark as you like it. I did this look in the bathroom before I set up that new room for content and started this new editing. I kind of learned my lesson about going back and forth all the time. And go ahead and take that 7 Gables into your crease a little bit. I like to just do kind of a thin line. Now we move on to the Witch City, that is the black, and we darken up the V area and a little bit under the eye. Now I'm going back into Dark Demons and I'm just going to brush a little bit that under the eye also, get that blended in so it'll be pretty. And then I decided I didn't like that brush, so we got a little bit bigger, fluffier brush and it's going to blend it in. And put on my foundation or sunscreen, and now I'm putting on some eyelashes. And now I'm going into the inner corner with Witching Hour. That's the orange shimmer. And I go in several times to make sure I get it a good color that I like. Now I decided to use some bronzer that came into the BoxyCharm. So I use that instead of blush today since we're using darker colors. And then as a highlighter, I go back into Witching Hour and I put highlighter on my cheeks and on my brow and on the tip of my nose. Well, I guess I'm using the dead ending point as the over the eye, not the orange. And then as the lip, I use the gold lipstick that came with the set. I do like this lipstick. I even ordered me two others in another order that I made. I didn't order the gold again. I had enough of that, but I do like it. Okay, so this is the final look that we did. I hope you like it. I wore it all day. I loved it. In fact, my hair looked better that day than it did on the final day that I made the video. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. For look number 2, we're going to start off with the 7 gables again and tap on the upper lid in the outer corner. I just kind of make a slanted blob. And then we move into Dark Demons on the crease area. Blend that in real good. And while I'm making this clip, my sister ends up calling me, so that's the reason my lips are moving in there. I told her it was okay, she could talk because I was going to be doing a voiceover anyway. And then we're still blending in that Dark Demons here, making sure it's in the way we like it, the way we want it. And then we're going to go into Witch Hunt and we're going to tap that in on our outer lid also. I did get compliments yesterday while I was out shopping on my eye look. Then on the inner lid, we go into Salem Willows. Fill that in real good. Okay, now we're moving on to the under eye, and we're going to use a shade called Hocus Pocus. It's that darkest shade of red. Not really a red, more of a maroon. So I'm tapping that in. And forming the V in the outer corner. Now I've started to put on my tinted moisturizer and some powder. And then we're moving back to the under eye, with this time with Devil's Book. We're just kind of smooth that under there too, to smooth it out. Now I'm just taking a brush that I had used with nothing else on it, and I'm just trying to blend all that back in again at the top. Then I used a different brush to blend under the eye with that same color of Devil's Book. Now I'm moving into the inner corner with Old Enduring Point. I can't hardly read that, but so I'm getting that really in good. Get that shimmer. Now I decide I'm going to put on some lashes. Then I'm putting on some bronzer again. That came out of the BoxyCharm. Now I'm going to use some Jason Wu highlighter. I decided to do that instead of going back into the palette today, or that day. And the nose. Okay, I took the rollers out and we're getting close to the finished look, but we need some lipstick, don't we? So today we decided on the red or the maroon burgundy lipstick. Isn't that a pretty color? Since to match the accent colors we did for the eye look. Now I'm going out shopping for the day. This is the final look. I hope you like it. I sure did. And I did get compliments on it while I was out. For the third and final look, we start off with the Devil's Book. We put that in the outer corner. You know, I try to do a diagonal, and I try my best to get them even on each side, but sometimes it takes a little bit of blending and working at it, but so it might not look exact now. And I also got a new mirror, so I'm looking down into that and trying to get situated. That's what's going on if you run there. Then we move on to Haunted Happenings. That's the orange shade, and we put it on the center of our lid, and I just move it up, and it's going to be doing some blending with that one. I'm kind of checking the camera and making sure you guys can see there. So fill in that orange area. Then we move on to the crucible. I use my finger and I put that on the outer part where we had the Devil's Book. That's the color we use for that. Give it a little bit of shimmer. Looks like I got some on my eyes, but I'll be cleaning that up, so it's okay. Then we move on to Harvest Moon, that pretty orange color, and we're going to put that over our lid, over kind of the center area of the lid with our finger. You can also use a brush if you want. Then we move on to the Witching Hour. That's that lighter orange shade, and I put that in the inner eye. Then I take a plain brush that I haven't done anything extra to that I was using for the orange, and I start trying to blend that out in the crease area. And then we take the Salem Commons, that pretty purple shade, and we start going under our eye. We start patting that in, stamping that in, and make a V at the outer corner with it. Get it in good. Now I do some more blending with the brush that doesn't have anything new on it. And I just touch that purple back up some more, the Salem Cummings. I haven't switched shades or anything. Now we decide I'm going to put on some foundation or tinted sunscreen and some powder and lashes. So I start off just lining my eyes. That's the reason I don't line my eyes with any of the eyeshadow, because I know I'm going to be using lashes and liner. Put my lashes on. These are some fluffy cat eyelashes, and I love them. I get these from Amazon, real inexpensive. Now I'm just touching up. I don't add any new color. I'm just using that purple that was still on the brush and touching everything up. I think this is my favorite look. It's the prettiest. And if you watch some of my other videos, I have a couple more looks out there that were get ready with me style, which this is sort of get ready with me. Now I take my hair down, I fluff it up. I got some new hair products, some Olaplex oil binding oil. I'm hoping to get my damaged ends a little healthier. So now we put in Gallows Hill, and we fill in that inner corner with that purple. That's the purple shade, a light purple. And just kind of spread that out. I have ordered a few more Nomad palettes, so we'll do some more of these. Now I'm going in with the bronzer again. I decided since we was using dark colors, we would use the bronzer. I have really enjoyed this palette. I've missed out on the Nomad, but today I ordered me 2 more Nomads. I was going to get that other Gourmand Girls, but I wasn't that excited about the colors, and they were more expensive and didn't honor the coupon codes. So I used one of the other YouTubers' coupon codes. So it looks like now we are going to use some highlighter. So we're going in with that Witchy Hour highlighter, and I decided to put it over my cheek as highlighter. It's a shimmer. I call it a highlighter, but I'm using it as a highlighter. And I'm also putting it over my eye and over on my nose too. Okay, y'all leave in the comments what kind of stuff y'all would like to see me make. I'm trying to try to do better content. You know, styles have changed for, so I'm setting up my content rooms and trying to do a little bit better job. So y'all let me know in the comments, do y'all have this palette? Do you like this palette? The next one I ordered was Route 66 and something about Haunted Europe or something like this. So I decided to use the purple today to go with the purple in the eye look. And purple and the red was the ones I ordered. So I love, love, love makeup. I like all things beauty. Makeup, nails, hair, fitness. Well, fitness is not my favorite, but I like easy stuff better. Okay, thank you for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe, and we will see you again later. Bye-bye.